Good evening and thank you. My name is Christianne. I live in Okoboji, Iowa, which is approximately 3.5 hours away from here. I drove here tonight. I'm here to testify in favor of HF 2699 as my husband's case for shared time with his daughter was recently heard before the Minnesota Supreme Court on March 12th, 2018, just 10 days ago. His case originated out of Martin County, Minnesota. 8 years ago, my husband's youngest daughter was born. From the beginning, he wanted to be actively involved in her life. And from the beginning, he was denied an active role in her life and alienated from her by her mother. He fought the legal system years ago for an active role, but due to the high cost of legal fees and the mother having a free attorney provided through legal aid, he eventually settled to be relegated to a visitor in his daughter's life. The settlement wasn't what he wanted. Some opponents of shared parenting try to claim that 95% of cases settle, so what's the problem? I'm here to tell you that the lack of equality is a big problem. Settlements were made in my husband's case, and they are made in cases all over Minnesota. Every day. These are not acceptable to fit, loving, responsible dads. But my husband's case is the perfect example of a dad that felt coerced into settling because he didn't have the money to fight to maximize his time with his daughter. Over the past 8 years, my husband has done everything possible to stay involved with his daughter. He has never missed a parenting time. Never. He's never missed a child support payment. He's attended all parent-teacher conferences. In fact, that's where he is this evening. He's at her parent-teacher conference. He volunteers every month in her class, and he's done this since she started school 3 years ago. He goes with her class on class trips. He goes to all of her concerts. He's taken her to the dentist, to the doctor. If her friends had birthday parties at school, he takes her. He's involved in activities at school. They have a lot of father-child activities. He's always asking for extra time to go to those. Over the past 8 years, my husband's been the perfect example of stability. He has always provided a safe and stable environment for his daughter. He's maintained the same employment since before she was born. He's maintained the same residence since she was born. He's demonstrated stability in his relationships as we have been together since before she was born. Her needs have always been met with love and care from him. There has never been one concern with his daughter while in our home. He has no history of violence, no history of drug or alcohol abuse. Not one safety concern has ever been raised against him, not even by the mother. He has full physical and legal custody of his oldest daughter. But the custody label has nothing to do with parenting time, and time is more important to that child than the custody label. 2 years ago, due to many concerns in mother's home, my husband filed for an increase in his parenting time to shared parenting time. He's been getting 4 days a month. We've had to refinance our house. We've spent over $60,000, and we haven't even gotten the bill from the Supreme Court hearing yet, and most likely we will still have to go back to the lower court. And this is how much money a loving, caring, fit, responsible father has to spend to fight to be actively involved in his child's life. Thousands of dollars later, 2 years of missed time where he could have been more actively involved with his daughter, 2 years of extremely costly litigation in courts just to try to have shared time with his daughter. For anyone who knows us, they know this is a no-brainer. But the courts are still concerned with whether or not he should have to prove endangerment. That's why it went before the Supreme Court, because they feel he should have to prove endangerment to have shared time with his daughter. There is not a single safety concern in our home, and there isn't a single concern my husband's time should ever have been limited. I'm speaking not only as a mother myself, who is divorced and who shares custody with my ex-husband. In fact, our son is here tonight with me. I didn't need a court to tell me that was best for our son. I knew that that was what was best for him. My ex-husband and I have been successfully co-parenting for 14 years. He's almost 17 years old now. And I can tell you without a shadow of a doubt, this is the best thing for our child. This is the best thing for children, is for the focus to be on the child and the focus to be on the needs of that child. Extremely lopsided parenting time schedules, with the majority of parenting time with one parent, usually mom, and little time with the other parent, usually dad, sets parents up to work against each other, and it increases conflict between parents. Even if there's continued strife between the parents, the advantage of not losing one of their parents mitigates the discord for children in a shared parenting arrangement, so their outcomes are far better than for kids in a sole or primary custody situation. Like I said, I'm speaking to you as a divorced mom. I'm speaking to you as a mom who shares the parenting role. It's doable, even if you don't like the other parent. Just because you don't like that other parent, it's not a good reason to limit the time with their children. In my case, it was doable because I said yes. I know any mom can say no for any reason and highly restrict the access of a perfectly good father, and this is harmful to kids. Kids don't need moms any more than they need their fathers. I'm asking you tonight to please vote yes on this bill. Thank you.